In this video, which is one of several that we have available for you to view free of charge, I want to talk about financing, the use of other people's money to create wealth. Now, financing is a very big problem with a lot of people. Perhaps you remember your parents or your grandparents talking about mortgage burning ceremonies. Back many, many years ago, it used to be the thing. The party would be taking place as soon as the mortgage was paid off and the homeowner owned their home free and clear. Well, this could be true and possibly is true with buying your home and paying it off. So when you come time to retire, your home is no longer encumbered by a mortgage, and it gives you a good feeling of security. Although I've worked with an awful lot of investors that will mortgage their home up to the hilt in order to get added capital to invest in real estate. I don't highly recommend it, but it's whatever you're comfortable in doing. But what I really want to talk about is how important financing is in commercial or investment real estate properties. This is one of your primary keys to building wealth. Let's take an example. Suppose you can buy a single family home for $100,000. Now I'm using round numbers. That's maybe way above or below whatever you can find anything for in this market you happen to be in. But let's say you buy a house for $100,000. You're able to rent it out. You pay all cash for it. You have $100,000 cash to invest. You pay all cash for it, and you rent it out for enough money that it is paying you, after you get through paying your the tenant pays all of his utilities and so forth, of course, you make 10% return on that money, or you make $10,000 a year. That's 10% return. That's pretty good compared to a savings account. And it's not out of line. Now, instead of using that $100,000 to buy a $100,000 house, let's use it to buy a $400,000 4-unit apartment building, or maybe a 6-unit apartment building. Let's say 4 units. You now have 4 rental apartments that you can rent out. Again, your investment's only $100,000, and again, the return on your investment after all mortgage payments and expenses are made based on the rent that your tenants are paying, your return on your invested capital is still 10%. You're making $10,000 a year. But let's see what happens down the road a few years. Let's say you keep this property for 5 years and it appreciates 4% per year. At the end of that 5-year period, your $100,000 house, well, let's take it to the end of each year. No sense in trying to confuse things, being you can't see it in black and white in front of you. Let's say it appreciates 4% during the year. You have a $100,000 house appreciating 4%. It is now worth $104,000. However, if you use that $100,000 to buy a $400,000 apartment building, and it appreciates 4% during the year, you now have $416,000. Instead of a $4,000 profit, you made $16,000 in profit. Now, there's another advantage in using, this is how wealth is built in real estate, obviously, using other people's money and making money on it. And I have investors that will 100% leverage any property they can get, provided it makes financial sense, which is what they've learned from us. But let's carry this one step further. If you buy a single family house, your tenant moves out on you for whatever the reason, you're 100% vacant. If you buy a 4-unit apartment building and one tenant moves out, you're only 25% vacant. You still have 3 other tenants that are helping you meet expenses and mortgage payments. So there's advantages of using leverage, and we spend a lot of time in our investment course leading you through all the different ways of financing, all the different catches that you may be involved in, how to avoid getting yourself into financial trouble by using leverage, and so on. It's all covered in our program, which, by the way, is at www.investmentre.com. That's investmentre.com. I urge you to spend 5 minutes looking at this website and also future videos that we have, because they could be the most important 5 minutes you'll ever spend in your entire life. We will lead you beginning to end on the safe way to invest in real estate and help secure your financial future. In fact, many of our investors have come back to us and told us, and you'll see some of their testimonials on our website, have come back and told us that they have now finally reached the point where they can live off their investments for the rest of their lives, and their children will live off their investments for the rest of their lives, and they can kiss their job goodbye that they hated going to every morning from 9 to 5 anyway. you can do the same thing. Please watch our website, take a quick look around. Again, you'll see it on the screen, investmentre.com, when you leave here. In the meantime, thanks for watching this video. Look forward to seeing you at the top, and let us know how you do. Bye.